What is up? What is going on, everybody? I am back with another Mariners post game recap. As always, before I get started, plug in the channel. Remember to hit the subscribe button. If you're new here, I'm on the road to 2,500 subs. About 300 subs, somewhere in there away from that, 370, something like that. So you can hit the sub button, helps me out. Hit the like button. That lets YouTube know you like the video, so more people may enjoy it as well. Comment your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Check out my channel page for membership. We did our first members only live stream tonight. We had a contest giveaway. The winner, you know who you are. Remember to shoot me an email and you'll get your prize sent to you for that as well. Mariners defeat the Oakland Athletics tonight 7-0. About as easy as it comes for a victory. In terms of pitching, I don't think there was any pressure put on the Mariners pitching staff tonight at all. Maybe a little bit late after the game was already in hand. Just a solid W. They maintained their lead. They didn't get any help tonight. Houston blows out Boston. Toronto beats up on Washington. Texas has a ninth inning rally to beat the Mets. But, the good news is where the Mariners are, it doesn't matter. They don't necessarily need the help. It would be nice. We would love for those teams to lose. One thing I talked about yesterday is those teams are going to win. They're good baseball teams. Houston's good. Texas is good. Toronto's good. They're going to win more games than they're going to lose the rest of the way. Guess what? You know who else is a good team? The Seattle Mariners. They're also going to win more games than they're going to lose. So a great start to this series. Fourth in a row. I'm lost track of what this team has won. Like, what out of what? I mean, it's like 4 in a row. They had lost one. Then before that, they'd won 8 in a row. And then they lost 3. Then they won 8 in a row before that. And before that, they were on fire too. So I don't even know where this team is at in terms of all that. Let's get into it. First, you know what, real quick. Well, no, I'll get to Julio when we talk about hitting. Let's start with the pitching today. A phenomenal for performance from Bryan Woo. 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 walk, 5 Ks. Threw strikes, got the job done. Gets his second win. I was surprised he only had 1 win, but he's been hurt. Hasn't gone super deep into some games just for trying to keep his arm fresh. But he looked really sharp. And I know it's Oakland. I know. But I'm going to say something. This Oakland lineup is not good. But there are some players in it. Noda's had a nice season. Galloff's a good prospect, and he's been swinging the bat really well. Seth Brown's capable. Brent Rooker's had a good year. Ruiz is a decent player. Tony Kemp's not terrible. I mean, it's not I'm not going to sit and say it's a good baseball lineup. It's not. But it's not. There are some hitters in there. There's some hitters that can give you problems at the top of the order. So nice job by Woo. Saucedo pitched a shutout inning. Campbell a shutout 8th, and Trent Thornton a shutout 9th to finish it out. Bryan Woo only threw 69 pitches. No problem taking him out there. Trying to preserve that arm. If you can actually get away with Bryan Woo throwing 65 pitches in a start and getting the W, go ahead and do it. Because you may need him to throw 85, 90, 95, in a game later against Texas. So the more you can preserve that arm, the better. So I have no problem taking him out there. And you didn't really use any bullpen arms that are necessarily your huge high leverage guys. Saucedo and Campbell pitched some high leverage spots. And so is Thornton, but not your main guys. You don't have to use Brash, Munoz, Spire, Topa in this game at all. So very nice job by the Mariners pitching. They did their job. Hitting the top of the order again comes through. JP 2 for 4, leads off the game with the home run. Did he have a single and a walk? So JP on base 3 more times today, scores 3 runs, hits his 12th home run of the year, gets his OPS up to 805. My gosh, is it good to have JP back after that 9 games. He took him that Chicago series to get kind of his feet underneath him. But man, JP is absolutely back to where he was before he missed a little time. And it just helps lengthen this lineup so much. Gets Julio, Gino, Teos, just puts everybody down a notch. And I think just helps the production overall. Julio Rodriguez, 4 for 5, 3 RBIs, a double that was hit with a 112 exit velo, another home run, 2 infield hits. Yeah, I get they weren't hit hard, but guess what? Julio's fast, so he can use that to his advantage and get those infield hits. OPS up to 828. Coming into today, Julio was second in the American League in F4, behind Shohei Ohtani. And you see the title of the video, Julio MVP. I mean, is he? It's probably Ohtani. It is Ohtani. Ohtani's the best player in the American League. And I'm not one to really go, hey, you're not playing for a contender, you shouldn't win MVP. It's not Shohei Ohtani's fault that the Angels aren't good at the rest of their roster. He's been amazing. He's a freak of nature. If Julio can keep this up, which is like historically good, so I don't know if he'll keep this up, this team's playing in playoff contention baseball. Ohtani's not going to pitch the rest of the year. So the only value he's going to get is from being just a DH the rest of the season. It's not. Is it crazy? You guys let me know. Is it crazy that Julio could do it and be the AL MVP? I don't know. Let's see what happens here. Again, I mean, Julio's on a ridiculous hot streak. I don't expect him to be this hot the rest of the way. But he was second in the AL and F4 coming into tonight. I mean, that's only going to go up with the game he had tonight. I think it's a possibility. I do. You can tell me I'm wrong, but I don't think it's, and there's still a lot of voters that, yes, I think in modern baseball, we've moved away from caring about wins for Cy Young and stuff like that. And there are a lot of voters that look at things like F4. I think 20 years ago, Julio might be the front runner over Ohtani because you get a lot of people that would say Ohtani's not playing in playoff contention. I think, like I said, I think we've moved away from that in modern baseball, and good, because like I said, it's not Ohtani's fault. The rest of his team isn't good, but Julio might get a little boost from being in playoff contention and playing for a division and maybe carrying the Mariners to an AL West title. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But it's crazy that we're there, that we're legit at a point where, and again, you can say, well, F4 is not everything. It's not. It's again, everything should be taken with a grain of salt, every single stat. I look at the analytics, you got to look at the scouting, you got to look at everything. But man, it's crazy to think that, I mean, Julio, with the way the season started and some of the struggles, I mean, outside of the freak of nature Ohtani, you can make a case Julio's been the best player in the American League. Absolutely incredible. Gino 2 for 4. He had a ringing double that was 111 off the bat and a base hit. He's got his OPS up to 728, walked as well. He was on base 3 times. Teos stays hot. He was 2 for 4 at 2 RBIs. He's got that OPS up to 761. Cade Marlowe pinched hit, struck out. Ty France on base 3 times with a couple hits. That was good to see. Listen, Ty's been playing better. Didn't have a great series against Kansas City, but we talked about Teo getting red hot. I don't know if Ty's been red hot, but we're certainly getting a player closer to the level of previous years' Ty France. Dylan Moore's 1 for 3 with an RBI ground out and a walk. He's on base twice. Canzone just missed a home run on a ringing double. Cobby was 0 for 4, and so was OKeefe. I will say in Brian O'Keefe's defense, his line drive that Ruiz caught was at the time the 5th hardest hit ball of the game. Seth Brown's double in the 9th ended up being the 5th hardest hit, but at the time it was for O'Keefe. So he did hit the ball pretty hard, and he was robbed of a base hit. I will say this is a game, when you look at this lineup against a lefty, and I know Cal was just getting a day off, and good. I'm really glad Cal was able to get a day off because I'm losing my voice from doing streams and all these videos, and I'm glad Cal got a full day off. But man, this team needs Tom Murphy back. They survived today. They survived against Oakland. That's fine. And like I said, to O'Keefe's credit, he did hit a line drive that was just robbed of a base hit. But against Oakland, fine. When you start getting back to Houston, Texas, any other contenders you're going to be playing here down the stretch that I'm missing, Tampa, you want Tom Murphy back in that lineup. They really, really are missing the Murph. Now, they've been able to withstand it, and O'Keefe's one hit got a couple RBIs in this year. They've been okay. But when you start getting back into playing the really top-tier teams, you're really, really going to want Tom Murphy back in there. So hopefully he's close to getting back to playing. So, I mean, again, not giving maybe Brian Wu enough credit. He was just outstanding, was pumping strikes. I mean, this was anybody else, probably could have gone 9 innings tonight, really could have. Tried to limit his innings. Like I said, it's a good thing. Really good to have Brian Wu back on the bump. Getting his starts and coming back from the injury, which I think was a little bit more about just getting him some rest and some time off that should pay off here down the stretch for this Mariners team. But did they maintain their lead on first place? I'll say it again, don't worry about the other team's results. Now, I'm going to give you those results. I'm going to tell you what happened. I was rooting for the Mets. I was rooting for Boston. I was rooting for the Nationals. But the Mariners got to take care of their business. That's the most important thing. This team controls its own destiny. You win your games, the rest will take care of itself. Look what's happened for this team. They've gone this tear that they were 10 games back. When I went on my vacation, I was doing my videos in the hotel room. I think they were 10 games out of first place. That was a month ago, and they made that up. Now, I don't expect them to be that red hot the rest of the year, but take care of your own business, and they did that tonight. The rest will work itself out. Those are good baseball teams. They're going to win games, guys. If Toronto, Houston, and Texas lost the rest of their games, it wouldn't be this close to begin with. They're good baseball teams. Even Texas, despite their struggles, they're good. They maybe weren't as good as their record indicated early on, but they are a good team. They're going to win. They're going to beat teams like the Mets. By the way, it was our old friend Trevor Gott who blew the save in the ninth inning for the Mets, just for the record. Houston is a really, really good baseball team. They've scored 30 runs the last 2 games. In fact, this should make you realize how impressive that sweep was that the Mariners had over them. That was really impressive because that's a darn good baseball team in Houston. Toronto's going to win games. They're good. They got Kevin Gausman going tonight. They're going to win a lot of Kevin Gausman starts. And like I said in the beginning of the video, you know who else is really good? The Seattle Mariners. The Seattle Mariners are really good. They have the pitching. They've got the offense. They have a guy that could win the AL MVP this year. They're going to win a lot of games. So this team is just so fun to watch right now. I mean, and now they're starting to win some blowouts more here. And I think their run differential is at like plus 109. I mean, I think it's the second best in the AL behind Texas, actually, right now. So they're just on a tear right now. Enjoy it, because they are 1 win away from the most franchise wins ever in a month. That includes the 2001 team. The 2001 team didn't have a month this good. 30 games left. They're all going to be nail biters. I mean, in terms of just, they're all big. They're all important games. They might not be nail biting games themselves, but they're all important. Go out there, take care of business. And guys, try to enjoy it. I know it's stressful, September baseball, and we're not really used to it. We got used to it a little bit last year, but it's been a while, especially some of you guys that might be a lot younger than me. You might not even remember 01 or 02 or 03. I would just say try and soak it in. Enjoy it too, because sometimes it's cheesy, but the journey is as important as the destination. So really enjoy this, because this is really special, historical, great baseball. Enjoy this pitching staff. Don't take what Brian Wu did for granted. Don't let people say, oh, it's the A's. The A's top of the lineup is not bad. The A's have won 4 of their last 3. I know they're awful. I know that. I'm not trying to sit here and convince you the A's are a good team. But they've been playing okay baseball the last few weeks. Brian Wu pitched a really nice game today. Julio Rodriguez is on a historical tear right now. J.P. Crawford, what he's doing. The big dumper. You talk about F4. He's like 10th in baseball for F4. These guys have been a treat to watch and enjoy, so soak it in, enjoy it, and enjoy this ride, because it's going to be fun. It is going to be really, really fun. I'm going to try and do a live stream tomorrow. We'll see. I don't know. It just depends on how work goes for me tomorrow. I'm off Monday, so today's a little easier for me. So have a great night, everybody. And as always, go first place, Seattle Mariners. Take care, everybody, and I will see you all tomorrow. Peace.